Some say he's a myth, some say he's a legend. Some say that his resto give people the power and the courage and the hope to stand up to the Zergs. Others say that his power is merely an illusion. But others say that he performed a ritual that gave him the strength of 10,000 slaves! Hey, what's up, Zerglings? It's Dovetheangry. I'm bringing you the 2H and resto stamplar build. This build is the new meta. It's gonna strike fear into the heart of all the measly petty Zerglings around you. And they're gonna want to be you. They're gonna want to be with you. They're gonna want to be inside you. So, with that being said, let's get right into the stats. So this is your shit. Fuck. Buffed up. You'll have about 24k health and 3.9k weapon damage. After light attack, it's about 4.4k. You know, after you kill something with your 2H, you go up to about 3k regen. Shit's ridiculous. You know, you got pretty good resistances for medium. You know, it's a hard life out here. 40% crit, and you know, pretty good critical resistance. You know, shit's all right. We're running the Serpent, you know, because that shit's amazing. You know, Bane of the Beast, my guy, Bane of the Beast. So let's get into these motherfucking skills. We're all the way down here. So we got Repentance. You know, I've seen people over the last like month still think that Repentance gives you back stamina. Like, it gives stamina back to like everybody around you. It doesn't. Like that. Like, you know, Zos fucked you and you didn't even know about it. You've been stealth raped, my dude. Like, they fucked you up. Like, that shit only gives you stamina. Like, the struggle's real. So we got Rally. If you don't know what Rally is, go fuck yourself. We got Dizzying Swing. You know, it's the best CC in the game. You know, definitely hits all the time and is just the best CC ever. But the reason I'm using it is because it's cheaper than Javelin. Javelin's a little buggy. When you throw it, people like teleport like from like where they were supposed to go back to where they were, back to where they're supposed to go. You can't hit them. It like basically is a waste of a CC, and you know it's expensive as shit. At least when you hit a Dizzying Swing, you know where that hoe's gonna go, and that shit kind of hurts. So we got Reverse Slice because we're using an Asylum 2H, alt regen. You can use Execution if you want. I feel like Reverse Slice hits more. That's why I'm using this shit. Because I think it's better. Like, why the fuck would I not use it if I think it's better? Like, who the fuck do you think I am? So we're using Biting Jabs, okay? Because, you know, Biting Jabs, you know, we jab the shit out of people. Like, it's great. Except when you're fighting somebody with forward momentum, because then, you know, fuck them. Like, fuck all their shit. But yeah, shit's good when it lands. We're using Dawnbreaker because we want to leaf blower people's hairlines clean off, and this is the thing to do it. Crescent Sweep fucking sucks. This is life. So we're going back here. We're using Power of the Light because Trap, since it's an immobilize, if somebody has forward momentum and they run through your trap, the dot doesn't affect them. They don't get immobilized. It only gives you a critical damage buff, which basically is a waste of a move at that point. So fuck that move. Power of the Light all day. We got Vigor. It's our main heal. Use Vigor. It's great. Like, why aren't you using Vigor? Like, what's wrong with you? We got Restoring Focus. It gives us an 8% buff to our healing. You know, it's not like you know, it's not like we already get that buff. You know, definitely not like we don't already get that buff. So the 8%'s amazing, you know. It's nice to have that because we don't already have that. So we're using Shuffle. Use this shit after you get CC'd because it's expensive as fuck. Shit's amazing. Shuffle is life. We got Extended Ritual because, you know, it's really cheap and you can spam it. You know, definitely could just spam it. It removes 5 negative effects. It doesn't affect poisons. So if you got a poison on you, do not use this shit to try to get that off you, because you're just going to end up wasting all your magic. And by end up, I mean you are going to waste all your magic. Use this shit wisely. So then we got Resto Alt, because this shit is OP as shit. When it's up, you reduce your damage taking by 30%, and you increase your critical damage done by 15. It lasts 5 seconds, and pretty much you can't die when you're in this. Being immortal's fun. So let's get into the rest of staff passives. So after a heavy attack, doing a heavy attack gives you back all of your magic, which is amazing. It also gives you major bending after that shit. This
this actually affects you. So if you're on your resto bar and you're underneath 30% health, your healing is increased by 15%. It affects your vigor. You know, that'll affect if you have a resto ult up. It will affect your shit. It's amazing. We're using this for the heavy attack, of course. I just put this in here because lol. And this affects your resto ult, so I'd put points there as well. Let's get into the fucking sets. So we're using a Master Marina resto staff because I had it gold. You want to use Nern Honed on that shit. I tried Powered. Powered's fucking gay. And it sucks. So fuck Powered. Nern Honed's where it's at. We're using these poisons because we're queers. And you'll be a queer too if you use these as well. But it helps the sustain because we're stamplars and our sustain is amazing. Like, we can definitely kite forever. So yeah, you need this shit or you're gonna be out of stamina. We're using this with a weapon damage glyph, and we're using Nern Hone because that's best in slot. And this is why we're using it. This is one piece. Shit's crazy. You get after an execute, you just like pretty much can get your ult back like retardedly fast. So we're using Valadreth and a Molag. You can use 2-piece Selines. I was using that. I like them both. It's really just like how I'm feeling. We'll judge what I'm using. So both of these are good. We got Bone Part. So when we use Dubious, this is mainly for health pool. Because I got sick only having 20k health. So this helps with 1vx because you have a shit ton of health. But if you don't have this, run motherfucking Hundings. Yeah, run Hundings. Tip Toho is a god and made me this shit. Yeah, use Hundings if you don't have Bone Pirate is what I'm trying to say. And we got Agility. All weapon damage glyphs because we're real boys and we're part of bum fights and we're a worthless piece of shit. Yes. All weapon damage glyphs. So let's get into the CP. So we fucking got 28 points in Sprinter because we have the fastest legs in Tamriel, and the fastest legs in Tamriel needs to be able to run forever, or we'll just be the deadest legs in Tamriel. So running forever is fun. We got points of tenacity for resto heavy attack, and it helps a little bit with your stam sustain, but the magic is the main point of having this many points in there. We got points on Arcanist because magic, you know, magic's pretty important. We got 75 points in here for stam. We got these points in tumbling so we could roll dodge spam because we're the goat, the roll dodge goat. We got 23 points into blessed for healing because our healing shit in medium armor. Fuck you, Zos, give me back my heavy. We got 2 points of shattering blows because we're gonna shatter Sork's anuses with us. Fuck Sorks. Shield stacking bastards. And we got this in here because this is like the maximum damage output setup that I was able to get. Yes, indeed. So, fuck you. We got 40 points in Ironclad because Nightblades, it fucks them up, having this in there. We got 55 points in Resistant because crit. We got this many points into medium armor focus for a little bit more physical resistance. We got 56 points, and 8. We got that so we get Unchained, so that you can use your goddamn shuffle and it not rape your stamina bar. We got 8 points here for Soul Assaults. This fuck Soul Assault. We got no points here because fuck this old man. Fucking pedophile. And let's look at our consumables. Running Dubious because Bone Pirate, you know, makes sense. If you're running Hundings, run this. Your health pool will be lower, but your max stam and regen will actually be good. And use these potions. If you're not using these potions on a stamplar, you're fucking insane. Literally the best potions ever. Immune to knockback. You know, you move dumb fast the whole time it's up, and you get recoveries. These shits are expensive as fuck, but they're amazing. Use these shits. And these are aids, and kind of suck. So that's it. That's the build. Later, bitches.